going to just not buy anything else. But stat healing items are good to have. Even though some of the... There are items that say... Oh, shoot, those are pixies. Crap. It's fine. There are stat healing items that say they restore all... Really? They restore all status effects, but they don't. What they do is they restore, like, non-permanent status effects. So, like, they won't restore... They don't cure anything that has, like, its own specific healing items. So, it'll cure guilt and level down, and... Well, actually, I don't think that even cures level down. I think you need an entirely separate item for that as well. But it'll cure, like, the guilt, possibly shock, and freeze. Yep, and all these doors are broken and won't open, so... But, like, to cure paralysis, stone, poison, you've got to have, like, a disc poison, a disc paralysis, and blah, blah, blah. But, like, this turtle candy here, it won't restore, it won't cure poison. And, yeah, level decrease. Anyway. This is some good dungeon music as well. Let's guard. Yeah, the question is, do I want to switch? I'm torn. Do I want to use because Ogun's not a super great persona. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the Ami no Uzumi, actually. Especially since I know Mabufu. Like, the main problem with Ami no Uzumi is that I was gonna use her anyway because she knows Medea, which is really good. But the main problem with using her in like regular combat is that she doesn't know any attack spells. Like, she knows Agi, and that's it. Let's see, we're on the second floor. Now, to finish the dungeon, you've got to go to the top floor. But if you go through all the rooms and stuff on the way up, there are lots and lots and lots and lots of treasures we can get. Alright, shotgun shells. Right now, I would say that the best gun is definitely the rifle. But as soon as we get to the black market, which is much, much later, then the rifle starts to basically plateaus there, doesn't really get any better, and then the submachine gun coupled with the fact that the main character can I can control his stat gain ups, which means I've put all my points into agility, which means my gun gets massive boosts to its damage anyway. Means that the submachine gun is amazing. And these guys are kind of annoying because they have a lot of hit points and no weaknesses. Alright, that's cool. There we go. Nani? Alright, more agility. See how my gun attack is going up, though? So, I think it's every fourth point you get one extra attack. So at the end of the game you'll have 99 so it's like an extra 25 points of attack or so. And it could be more than that, because I might have the formulas wrong. But when you're hitting 7 times, 25 points of attack is huge. So the Flame Shawl is a totem item that allows you to fuse one of the starting personas. And I didn't show this off, but if you get when you delete a persona, if they're at max rank, they actually give you an item, like a reward for getting that person. They're like, hey, you spent the time, you got this persona all the way up to its max rank. Good job. Have a reward. And for the starting personas, they only give you like incense, and incense in this game is actually not really all that good, but you know. Rapid fire is amazing at this point in the game. I actually am not 100% sure how skill attack power is calculated. I don't think they take your weapon into account. I think it might just be like a function of your strength and then like instead of your weapon attack power, they use the power of skill in place of that, basically. I'm thinking about that and saying if like that makes sense to me, but like I'm not sure if that is the case. I will say that physical moves are much better in this game than they are in SMT 1 and 2. We are on the 3rd floor, right? Yeah, and we just need to go down. Later on, I'll probably be cutting out some of the random battles as I need to level up more personas, and I need to level up, and the battles end up taking longer because, you know, just reasons. But right now, I feel like they're fast enough. There's a lot of trapped chests in this game, and a bunch of them are freaking empty, which is annoying. Alright, so let's... Maki and... Mark's fine. Okay. I do like that we are loading 9mm Parabellum into shotguns and shotgun shells into rifles. That has absolutely no capability for backfiring. None whatsoever. Uh-oh. Get him, Maki. So enemies do have a specific amount of experience that they can give. It's not like I can sit here and spam like Medea constantly and just get infinite experience. No, an enemy is only worth a finite amount of experience, and then they divvy that up based on what you do in battle. So. Should I go ahead and get this guy? No. We're fine. Later on, I am going to want to start collecting spell cards. But there is a dungeon in this game where every enemy in the game appears. So you can go there and basically just get whatever, you know, persona you want to make by getting whatever spell cards you want. Alright, so we want to go both ways. Yeah, I am a trouble. Well, bingo, whatever, it's fine. Give me something. Anyway. In the door. There's plenty of time to waste here because there's treasure to be had. Got an Ingram. Okay, so Delta Storm, shotgun shells. Somebody hid an explosive in this one, or excuse me, poison. It's fine. I got this. All right. Let's set our actions here. So we want you to do guns. We want you to do weapon, right? We want you to do... You to do guns, and you to do weapon. We'll see how well this works out here. I think this will be fine. Stop that. So multi-hits are really, really good. So I did that because I wanted to demonstrate... Oh, I got a Maragi Stone. But I wanted to demonstrate the difference in the experience you get for like just doing nothing but physical attacks versus actually using a persona skill. So a lot of times, the best thing you can do is... Even if gun attacks or physical attacks are the best thing to use against an enemy... for example, here. These guys are weak to physical attacks. They absorb all element and force abilities. So, I probably should have just had my main character... use spin kick. There we go. Now, when I say physical attacks, there are one physical attack element for every weapon type. So there's bow, whip, thrown, spear, sword, two-handed sword. But there's also two other elements called Tech and Rush. And Tech and Rush moves are usually garbage. Go in the door. Weird toys, huh? Rattle drinks, black shoes, a raven feather. That's another totem and a disc sick. And now, let's see. There we go. Medicine is more or less equivalent to a DS spell. It's not like SMT1 where medicine does like fixed. Basically, you have medicine and lifestones are Dia, rattle drinks are diorama, and then you've got beads, which are Diarahan, more or less. There we go. That's fine. All right. Slick drops are pretty good. I'm glad I got one of those. Let's see. All right. So now we're up to the 5th floor. And these guys we're just going to go all out on. Not spin kick. There we go. Yeah, no, that's fine. These human enemies, they're kind of rare, but they're usually really good to train your personas on because they generally have lots of HP and no strengths or weaknesses. They're kind of like neutral on everything. Getting that Mabufu stone was a really, really, really good stroke of luck. Because now it allows me just to shell Ogun. I'm going to go this way. You can see how you can see the dead ends in the mini-map there. So, like I said, the dungeons in this place are not super complicated. In this entire game. They get a little more complicated later with the addition of like pit drops and stuff like that. But generally speaking, they're fairly linear. Even the final dungeon is more or less a straight shot to the end, with maybe one or two short side paths. One more set of treasures we can get here. And I think they just say the same thing. Mossberg, Spectre Vests, Shotgun Shells, and... let's see... Alright, everybody's got the best equipment I can put on them, I think. Yeah. Now, there's an enemy in here called, I think... are they just called Yakuza? I forget. Oh no, I don't want to set. I want to just auto-act. I forget if they're just called Yakuza, but they drop a two-handed sword that's pretty good for this point in the game. Although it is very annoying later on when enemies start doing like confuse and stuff, because it has it's the plasma sword is what it's called, and the plasma sword has the chance to shock anything you hit. So he'll just swing his sword and he'll end up shocking one of your dudes. It's very annoying. Maybe I should move him to the back with Maki. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Like, dying's not a big deal in this game. It's not like, I mean, you get set to 1 hit point. So let's do this. Yeah, that'll work.